The results are in. I went to the doctor and I want to tell you all about it. This is Money Mom. Okay, I went to the doctor at the beginning of June. I'm filming this on June 9th. I do like to film a couple weeks ahead, which I enjoy doing that. At least 1 week ahead, but I usually film 2 weeks ahead. So that way, especially with crazy Texas weather, I need to always have be filmed ahead. But today I want to share with you what the doctor said about my health, and I wanted to share with you guys my blood work. Okay, so I am on one medication for blood pressure, but I'm on half of what I used to take. But I do have to take blood pressure meds, and when I started taking them, I only weighed about 170. Right now, currently, I'm 215, okay? So I was overweight, but not near as what I am now. And I found out at that time I had high blood pressure. So I did start taking, I think I've been taking blood pressure meds for about 10 years. The good news is I only take a half of what I used to take, which is really good. Now, what raises my blood pressure for me, and with a small dose, I can keep it in check if I, number one, don't eat pork, and / don't do a lot of restaurant eating, and watch my sodium, okay? So I'll put all that kind of together. The next thing, really watch my caffeine. There'd be no way I could have energy drinks. Can you imagine me on energy drinks? Anyway, you're going, no, I can't. But I can have coffee, but I can't have much coffee from other countries because a lot of times other countries' coffee has a lot higher caffeine. And so I can have some, and I can have maybe a couple cups a day of just regular coffee, but I do need to watch that I don't have it that much caffeine. And I do take my blood pressure every day to make sure it's in check. So those are some big things, and also trying to reduce stress as much as possible, get rest and things like that. All of that keeps my blood pressure stable, okay? So I am on that. When I went to the doctor, at home my blood pressure was 114/62, but when I went to the doctor, it was 130/80, which it is usually, it seems to always be 120/80 or 130/80 when I go there. Okay, so I don't have diabetes, I don't have high cholesterol. So my fasting sugar was 83. Usually it's anywhere from 78 to 83, okay? My total cholesterol was 174. Last time it was 162. It usually stays in the 160s to, usually it's like anywhere from 160 to 175. HDL was 68, which she said that was good. Triglycerides were 65, and LDL was 91. She said those are all in range. Don't know if you have an opinion on that if you're in medical. That's one thing I forgot to say at the beginning of the video. I am not a medical doctor, and I'm not giving any medical advice. Everyone is different, okay? So she weighed me, and I have not lost any weight in the last 90 days. Why haven't I lost weight? Sum it up in one sentence: not eating in a calorie deficit. The good news is I've kept off my weight for a while, since like February, which is fantastic. At least I'm not gaining. And I'm really good about pulling those reins in. The thing is, I've made a lot of commitments and a lot of positive changes in my life, but sometimes in life, when health or something, we know we need to make a change, but we haven't made that commitment. And so if I really want to lose more weight, I need to change something. That's why on my weight loss update, I told you guys that if I don't lose any weight this month, that I'm going to change up what I'm doing July 1st. I'll give you more information on that on my monthly weigh-in on July. So I have made the decision that I'm not going to keep doing what I call insanity. The same thing over and over and expecting different results, okay? I'm being really honest. I'm just going to be laid on the line. And people can give me all the advice they want. Each of us have our struggles. There's no one on this earth that loves eating more than me. I love eating. The good news with me is I'm not a picky eater, and I love eating all sorts of food. And I just love food. And so it's always been a challenge, probably since age 14 and above, for me not to want to eat everything in sight. And so, you know what? That is something that I work with. The good news, though, is I've figured out how to keep my weight off, which that's the first time for me. But I do plan on changing things up in July to get the scale moving again if I don't see results in the month of June. So I wanted to share that with you. The doctor's pretty pleased about everything. She's glad to see all the things I'm doing. She would like to see the scale move down. And she said, hey, you know what you need to do. I'm just glad you kept it off. Your blood work looks really good, and I'm pleased with that. Now, one thing some of you have mentioned is some of you have thought I have lymphedema. I already got checked for that. I do not have lymphedema. I just have edema, but the good news is I have a lot less swelling than I did, and every 10 pounds I lose, the swelling goes down. As a matter of fact, when I weighed 170, I barely had any kind of swelling at all. So that's the thing. I really want to be committed to losing more weight, but whatever weight I lose, I want to make the commitment to make sure that I keep it off and I don't gain my weight back. That's my most biggest concern, is not gaining the weight back. So I'm pleased with the blood work, but I know I'm ready for a change to get me in the losing track again. So that's all I have to say. If you want to share any results with me about how your health journey is going, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. Love you, appreciate your continued support, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Bye, everybody.